So Jussie Smollett, um, after basically almost 3 years of waiting for the verdict and awaiting his trial, apparently, I thought some stuff had happened. I thought he had been found guilty of some stuff already, but apparently they back in court for some other stuff. I guess for staging a hate crime. I don't know what the actual charge was, but he was found guilty on most of the charges. So, in our eyes, after 2.5 years of this, we felt like it was an open shut case. I don't know about anybody else, but Sharice seems to have a different take on this, and I'd like to hear it if she has it, or if anybody else has a different take on it. I don't hear Sharice. So
Right here. Can you hear
okay.
me? Oh, my bad. No, I just happened to be on Instagram, and
How you gonna
it
mute us? But we
basically
gotta unmute ourselves. That's rude.
what?
Go ahead, Sharice.
Anyway, I was basically on the gram, and it just stated like his story. He was basically saying like it was a hate crime because one of the guys that attacked him, apparently they had relations and like sexually, and I think I just personally think dude just didn't want to be outed for whatever reason. And I guess me personally, I think he was trying to put fear in Jussie in hopes of keeping him quiet. Because I mean, if you've seen them guys, like their whole market is their sex appeal. Think about it. Most females that work out, their personal trainers are males. It's a big market for them. Like most guys that with nice bodies train females. They don't train like other guys. So if you're out there and it's like, oh, he's gay, chances are your business as a personal trainer is probably going to suffer because females like working with attractive guys that are straight. If it's outed out there that, oh, I heard that you mess with Jussie and that you're gay, all this other stuff. So I just think those guys reacted in a way of protecting their image. And in the process, Jussie got the shitting of the sticks because it's like his word versus theirs. And I think it's just easier to make it look like Jussie is lying than to sit here and say that he's telling the truth about them messing around. It happens all the time. Like men like that, like guys, but don't want the world to know. So they try to put fear in the guy that they was dealing with. I personally have a friend that went through something very serious where he was accused of rape, and that wasn't the situation, and he has to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life no matter where he lives. And I'm just like, yeah, it just looks like that's what happened here. He was kind of back against the wall, and here we are. Like, he's guilty, meanwhile they get to walk away with the image of like, we didn't do that, and he's lying. That's just my take on it. Because right when I heard his story about how they messed around, I was just like, that's not uncommon. But he's already the face of it. Everybody knows. At the time, Empire was fire, and he was the star, and then just like that, all of it got wiped away. So that's just how it works, in my opinion, in that community when you take a stance like that.
It doesn't make. I mean, I'm gonna be frank. I don't know how that correlates with anything as to like how the story went down. How does that?
It correlates because he wasn't Jussie basically saying he was attacked.
That's not basic. That's not all he was saying. Sure, at the bare bones of it, sure, he said that he was attacked, but that was far from all he said.
Okay, what else was said?
Jeff, don't pull up videos, bro. Pull up like art stuff that we could read. I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch that. So he was attacked, sure.
But that's where this whole thing like stemmed from and rooted from. They was basically trying to say that he staged the whole thing, his attack.
Okay.
Correct? Why? Like my whole thing was he's a star doing well on a TV show that's doing. Why stage an attack?
The TV show wasn't doing well anymore at that point in time. At that point in time, they were getting ready. He was getting ready to. They were threatening to take him off of the show. So, and the show was on the decline.
I don't know, cause I felt like.
What do you mean you don't know that? Like, I'm not telling you what I think at this moment. That was the case. He was getting ready to be off of the show prior to this. They were having issues with him prior to this, and to continue his whatever he was planning on doing. Alana sent us.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Because I just need. I haven't been paying attention. So what did the other two? What was the verdicts of all three of them? What did the other two get?
I don't know. I ain't been paying attention.
Did they get anything? They let go. They let them go.
What do you mean?
The other two guys, the guys that helped Jussie.
Yeah.
They let him go. They let them two go.
Jussie's the only one really going down for this.
Oh,
which is why, like, in my opinion, it just don't make sense. Like in my opinion, it just doesn't.
I don't know.
Did he not orchestrate it?
I don't know if y'all can hear me better, but Keith, what I sent has nothing to do with that. It's just another video.
I thought so.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. But I've never actually heard the conspiracy that he was set up. So this is news to me. Yeah. I do think that it's not ironic though if what Keith is saying is true, that he was at risk of being let go of, and then he does something for more attention. So I guess I don't know really what's going on. And all I've ever heard was that he set it up and that he lied.
Right. But normally when stories like that to me are pushed to the forefront, is a bigger thing in my opinion that's trying to be hidden. Mm-hmm. That's just me, because I'm just like, we never really got to hear his side. And then when he does start to speak, it's very much so downplayed.
Yeah.
It's very downplayed.
What has he said? I mean,
he basically, like, the part that stood out to me was that the guys actually went out seeking him to work with him. And then when he started working with them, one of them started making it seem like he was interested in him, and like they had a whole, sexual moment or whatever. And then that's when things got weird. When he told that story, that's when I was like, that's so common in that community. It's like guys that play that role, like, oh, no, I'm not gay or whatever. And then they happen to do something gay. Now it's, oh, no, that's not what that was. It wasn't that. And it's like, then what was it?
And but that is common, but that, I'm not saying that's not common. But I think I just haven't heard that side of the story, so that's why it's kind of catching me off guard.
But what would that have to do with anything? What would that have to do with him being absolved of anything, nobody looking at him a certain way? If I'm out here saying that, if I don't want you to out me or tell people that I'm this way, I would reveal. I don't know. It would be pinned a certain way to where you wouldn't tell people that it's me, instead of me just making it seem like you're being attacked by a racist. You're being attacked by somebody who's obviously a fan of Empire. But like, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't make any sense. Where, all right, well, I don't want you to out me, so let me just stage this thing on you. That I don't understand the correlation there.
So is there a question as to whether or not Jussie had involvement in staging this? Are we still debating that?
Apparently,
because I thought that was cut and I thought that was over with. I thought that was.
So he's on.
I mean, he clearly.
All right, thanks, Jeff. So it reads. This is from the Detroit News. The Detroit News. He says his attorney declared Smollett's innocence again Thursday after the jury found him guilty on 5 of 6 counts of disorderly conduct for lying to police. I think that's Nene. Uchi said Smollett would appeal the conviction and is 100% confident his name will be cleared by an appellate. What is that the word? An
Appellate.
appellate court. So he's going to appeal it. Unfortunately, we were facing an uphill battle where Jussie was already tried and convicted in the media. And then we had to somehow get the jury to forget or unsee all the news stories that they had been hearing that were negative for the last 3 years, Uchi told reporters after the verdict. The jury convicted the 39-year-old on 5 counts of disorderly conduct. For each separate time, he was charged with lying to police in the days after the alleged attack. He was acquitted on his 6th count of lying to a detective in mid-February, weeks after Smollett said he was attacked. Now, here's a part that we're forgetting. It's not like he didn't tell his side of the story. This man went. I think it was like ABC News. Where is Robin Roberts? Where she don't work there anymore. I don't know. Don't quote me. But he went and spoke to her. Had a whole interview with her days after, sitting there with no mark on him whatsoever, talking about he got daggone rope marks on his neck, and we looking dead at you. Where are they? Oh man, I got scars that will never go away. Bro, you look perfectly fine. What are you talking about? He got a chance to tell his story. He told his story, and he told his story multiple times, actually. He actually got up on stage and did a performance and said that he's the gay Tupac.
He did actually go on ABC News and do that.
He did do
Hello?
that.
It was ABC News.
He did.
It was
ABC News?
It was ABC News.
Good Morning America or something. I'll continue to read. Smollet stood and faced the jury, showing no visible reaction as the verdict was read. He and his family later left the courthouse without comment. And this is what really makes me mad. You got my girlfriend, Journey Smollett, involved in this, and she got to defend you and sit up there and act like she believe you because you her family. Judge James Lynn said the post-trial hearing... Huh?
That's the part that I'd be like confused. Why is it perceived that he's lying?
Why is it perceived that he's lying, Sha? Okay.
Because there's no 2 white men ever that jumped him. They don't exist.
He said, and this is a quote. How did you know that they were white if they were masked up? I know that they were white because I could see the white.
Weren't they on camera buying?
Let me finish.
Sorry.
I could see that they were white because I saw the holes in the mask. I could see that they were white, and clearly those 2 men they didn't look white at all. Mm-hmm. They had no pigmentation that said that they were white. And as far as a video, Devin, no, there was no video. There was no video. They were outside of a Subway where he got
not the thing he's talking about. They were on video in the store purchasing things for the said jumping, were they not?
Oh.
What?
Yes.
Weren't they?
Yes, they were.
That's what I'm just confused as to where the disconnect is.
Yeah, they bought the rope and stuff from Ace Hardware.
The stuff for the...
I forgot about that.
For the thing.
Yeah, let me jog our memory real quick.
It was clear BS. Like, this is clear BS.
I just
screw that. Like, nah, yo, he is trash. He is complete trash, yo. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, Jussie.
Like
He's trash.
Let's not forget this. This man walked out of the Subway, and apparently it's negative degrees in Chicago at 3 a.m. in the morning, and these supposed white men that are racist notice you from Empire, saying, and I quote, "Aren't you the gay N-word from Empire?" Why would I know that? Why would I know that? I'm too busy being racist to watch Empire. What are you talking about?
People that wear MAGA hats don't even know what Empire is.
Wait a minute.
So
wait a minute. I know this is an obvious point, but I do not know how I completely missed this. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna sound stupid. I just want to.
No. I be missing a lot of things.
No, it is. No, it is. It's stupid. Are you trying to tell me on this evening, on the 13th day of December in the year of our Lord 2021, that the men that he's talking about are white? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are they white?
No, he's claiming He's claiming that.
He claimed that they were white.
He claimed that he got jumped by 2 white men wearing MAGA hats and face masks at 3 a.m. in Detroit.
They were clearly 2 black men that he later on cash-apped.
The twin trainers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because
so I don't understand.
2 said black men are on camera in the store buying all the fixings to stay to do this thing.
Right. So in my opinion, it only gives credence to you doing this because you my gay lover now. So now you have incentive to do this. Yo, let's do this. Because they were doing all types of stuff. They were smoking weed and doing cocaine and stuff together. And they went to a bathhouse and stuff like that. They were like, oh, I didn't want to be out and that was him setting me up. Setting you up how? How does that absolve me? How does that blackmail me and blackmail you from ever outing me, bro? Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Jeff pulled this up. ABC News. When news broke of the alleged racist attack on a star from one of the most popular shows on television, it riveted the public. Let me mute somebody up in here. Thank you, Lord. When news broke of the alleged racist attack on the star from one of the most popular shows on television, it riveted the public, drawing the nation into, dang, Jeff, I won't. It's not me. Jeff got me acting like I can't read out here. When the trial's jury selection beginning on Monday, people can expect some clarification on this case. Earlier at an emergency hearing in a Cook County courtroom in Illinois, all the criminal charges against Smollet were dropped, confounding into one of the most bizarre and baffling alleged criminal attacks involving a Hollywood star in recent American history. The production, I don't know why you got me reading it. All right, cool. Well, he was found guilty as fuck. This is old stuff. So I guess they taking you back. I guess it's them taking me back in time to figure all of this stuff out. He was found guilty of 5 out of 6 of the charges that they presented to him, and he's going to appeal it. Now I'll give him this. He know how to stay in character. That's for daggone sure. And that's the character he gonna have to portray for the rest of his life because they not giving this man no more role.
For years.
When do you think the next time he gonna get a role?
No, I'm saying I forgot until you said it that this happened years ago.
Yes.
The fact that it's been coming up lately made me feel like it was recent. But it has literally been
he did it again. Why did it keep happening to me?
Why does this keep lying? I don't want to say he's lying, and I want to make sure I'm mad because I really don't know. I really don't know, Shy. I'm glad that you presented the new information because I didn't know it.
I don't know why he thought that was going to sway anybody. Like, fam, like what?
As a person who used to want to be a lawyer, I really desire to hear all sides.
Me too. That's all I'm saying. Too many things coming out the woodwork. Like, what? Like, I don't know. I think if I really care, I need to sit down and do more like investigating on this because it's just like
I don't think there's much that needs to be investigated. What needs to be investigated?
Dev is convinced.
Yeah, Dev
is convinced.
So is the jury. One of the prosecutors.
Do that. Like the jury always get it right. Don't do that.
Okay.
I didn't need a jury at all.
I don't know why. I'm outside. I'm in Chicago. I never said I did. At 3 a.m. in the morning at a daggone subway that's open at 3 a.m. in the morning. It's freezing cold. These people apparently they got a noose and they got some bleach. And it's 2 of them. What? And they white dudes and they recognize me. And I'm standing right beside a daggone a street camera that ain't turned the right way. So whatever we staged and practiced because they choreographed this attack.
Okay.
What are we talking about? you telling me about your gay lover? Okay, that's cool. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. That doesn't.
Yeah. At the basis of it, he was not really attacked. I mean, that's not even how white people attack us.
Exactly. That's not how white people attack us. Nah.
But
where I'm gonna put the news at? Where I'm putting the news at?
At the right.
Wait. Where I'm gonna put the news at in Chicago?
Because what Keith said early on at the lowest level does make sense. If these were white men, MAGA white men, why are they watching Empire?
I can't wait to catch them
I can't
outside
get
the
over.
subway.
That's like racist white women knowing Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Exactly.
Like they wouldn't even watch a network where there'd be an Empire commercial.
Right. Like,
yeah,
like
Empire is so black.
To be recognizable. Because honestly, I don't watch Empire. If I saw Jussie in the street, I wouldn't even know the nigga. I'd be like, oh, I may have seen that nigga somewhere.
They commercials come on during Monday Night Football.
Right. But yeah, I mean, this case was open shut for me as soon as them two men came forward a couple years ago, or whatever they found out, or however it got unearthed that these men were in the store buying MAGA hats, rope, and whatever else it took. And
wasn't it the two guys that like a system that came forward and said that he's lying to try to save themselves from getting in trouble? Isn't that how it went down? Because that was the end. That's how I took it. Like they was trying to save themselves and was like, oh, I ain't going down.
Of course they're gonna try to save themselves.
Right. That's my point.
Sure. We came out and said that we were the ones that attacked him because he paid us to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He paid us to stage this. He cashed apped us. Here go the money for the beatdown.
Okay. So so we can't they couldn't have try to put this all on him. Like to never mind. Just never mind. I'm ready for the next subject.
All right. So speaking of lying, Joel Osteen and whatever his church is in Dallas, they had a Christmas miracle in the bathroom.